Guys, welcome to the next video. So today we're going to be trying out the Essence foundation sticks. Now I essentially got one originally and then it didn't arrive for maybe 10-11 days, so I just kind of asked the company. Still didn't arrive, and then two arrived after 12 days from the same company. So I think they obviously something happened in transit, and so they've now got 3 shades. In saying that, they've given me 3 different shades. So this is the foundation stick from Essence. They've come out recently. They're very price friendly. This is what they look like. They're vegan. They say they're sheer to medium coverage, so that's what we're going to look at today. And I will pop up a video of what my makeup basket after this video today, what I'm using and rotating and things like that. But what I will be rotating obviously is the foundation I use, and this is it. Doesn't have an SPF, I will just say that. So my skincare is done. We are going to team that up then with the eyeshadow palette from Sheglam. This is the Caring Cancer, and it's a really nice palette. I've had it for a long time, and it's beautiful reds. You would have seen in my posts and stuff that I was planning on doing that. I was planning on doing it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to do that. So yes, we're going to do that. I am still going to team it up with my Makeup by Mario just as an enhancer. I have a feeling this is going to be a light foundation. So what I tend to do is when I take all these off, I'm going to put each one to the side, and whichever one blends most naturally to my skin is going to be my shade basically. So we're going to do that now. First, sticking with eye cream and primer. Before we do that, I'm going in with the Inky List. This is the caffeine eye cream. I'm nearly out of this, guys, and then we're going to be going in with the Fix and Perfect by Rimmel. The rest of my skincare is on, and I do have an SPF on, just to mention, these Essence foundation sticks do not have any SPF in them. Most SPF sticks don't. Foundation sticks don't. But that's just something to mention in case you're wondering. Some foundation serums do. This particular foundation stick doesn't. So what I'm going to do is just blend that in really gently under the eye. I've been finding this really good, guys. This is the Inky List Caffeine Eye Cream, and it's really good, very refreshing. It's the only thing that has actually made a difference to my eyes, and that's saying a lot given that I've just reached the end of the Vichy 89, and that's an expensive eye cream, guys, but I got it because I knew my eyes needed attention. The grey areas and the tiredness, and caffeine, it's like a caffeine kick for under your eyes is amazing. But yes, I didn't find this great, I have to say, and I think I have said that in a couple of my lives when I was coming towards the end of it. So again, skincare is done, just popping on my eye cream, and then we're going to go ahead with our Rimmel Fix and Perfect primer. And what I'll do, as I said before, is I'll use each of these, put them down the side, and whichever one blends into my skin, the easiest is my color match basically. And the only reason I'm doing that is I originally color matched myself to, I think, 150, which is this, and that was online. That's what that looks like. But they also sent me out afterwards. They sent me 160 and they sent me 90. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens with that. That feels really lovely on the skin, guys, and the Inky List is definitely not in any way, shape or form kind of expensive. So now what we're going to do, if I have to clip back my hair, I will. For now, I think we're okay. What I'm going to do now is pop on the Rimmel Fix and Perfect, and then we're going to go and test out those foundation shades. This is really nice because it's so moisturizing. I took a little bit out too much than expected, but that's okay. It's very moisturizing and it does dry into the skin super easily. So we're going to use it almost like a moisturizer. So I'm just popping that around the skin. And it doesn't take long to soak into the skin too, so that's really nice as well. But it does actually feel like a moisturizer, so it feels quite nice on, and it definitely keeps on the makeup, guys. And that's Rimmel Fix and Perfect. Okay, so that's that. I always get redness anytime I apply anything to my skin, so that'll calm down in a moment. So what we're going to do, so this is 90. This is 150. Then we have 160. And 90. So this is the one that actually didn't come. This eventually came, but then they also sent 2. So I think the company obviously thought the other one had gotten lost, but it kept saying in transit by Royal Mail, and then they sent me these other 2, which are just random, 90 and 160. So what I'll do is, guys, just in case, is I'm going to use this side, and I would always advise you, if you're in Superdrug and there's a tester allowed and you're not sure, go to the edge of your jawline, look in a mirror, pop on side by side. So that's 150 we've just put on. Okay, just pop that back. We're going to put on 160 next to it. This is what 160 looks like. Looks like it's a little bit richer and deeper, so we're going to go for that. Absolutely, guys, look at that. So that's 150, 160, and then they sent me 90. So I will stress 160 and 90 were sent to me after I got the 150, which is the one I purchased. And then, of course, my hands are so full of cream now. One moment, guys. Okay, and 90. This is 90, what we're looking at here. And we're going to put that right beside this one. So that's the three of them, guys. So whichever blends into the skin the easiest and almost seamlessly is your color. So that's 90. And I can appreciate, guys, you can't see it as much as I can. And that has blended in quite nicely. This is 160. We're going to blend that upwards with our finger, with the warmth of our fingers. A little bit lighter, but it works. And then this one is deeper. So if I had a tan, I could definitely work on the 160. So for me, if I was to go with any of them, I would say 150. So that's what we're going to go with. I just did that quick test with you guys, just in case you're ever in Superdrug and, you know, there's testers there and you're not sure. It's very hard, I think, to test, you know, to test online. So we're going to go with 150. But this is what they look like. That's what the packaging looks like. They're very cost effective. Essence are a very cost effective brand. So I'm going to just go around the face. This is the one we chose. Just like you would with a normal stick. Again, keep in mind I do have my SPF on underneath, so that's, I would say, one pump. My foundation brushes are, everything is all clean. Look, I'm so proud of it, guys. I don't actually even want to ruin it. Look at that, all done. But they have to be used, that's what they're there for. So we're going to go in with the foundation brush here. This is the e.l.f.'s foundation brush. It's a little bit more stippling, so I don't know if I'll use that one. I might go in with the Real Techniques, and that's what that looks like there. So we're just going to start to move that around the face. Blends really well. It says sheer to medium, so that's what we're looking at today, guys. Sheer to medium in coverage. And I'm glad I've got us in natural daylight today. I always prefer natural daylight. So yes, very sheer, like very, very sheer, guys. Almost medium, I would say. I would agree. But obviously you have to kind of see the longevity of the day. Does it last? That kind of thing. Okay, let's just get away. But on first impressions, very impressed. Feels really nice and soft. Glides over the skin really well. You could even get a darker one and use it as a contour stick if you wanted to. And that's just one application. Definitely see the sheerness there, guys. Absolutely. The redness, I think, still needs to be sort of looked at, but I will do obviously my color corrector anyway. There's a grease, not a greasiness, there's definitely like I would say a greasiness to it. But I'm trying to kind of be positive on first impressions. For me, I think it's going to be, does it stay all day? But I think it definitely gives a beautiful, light textured kind of color correctness to the skin as well, so it kind of does tone down any redness, and there's definitely a sheer kind of quality to it. So what I'm going to do is pop on my concealer. So that's that. I mean, on first impressions, really like it. It is very obviously travel friendly, being a foundation stick, but the color itself, we did a little testers at the side, which I would always recommend. And yeah, first impressions, I really do like it. It doesn't feel too tacky when I touch my skin. So what we're going to do now is go in with my color correcting concealer, and this is Maybelline's Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, and we're just going to pop that under the eyes, where I always get really tired redness area around the chin, and then just above the brows, and that's kind of where I would put my concealer. And we are going to stick with the Rimmel, and this is the Multitasker, which is a dupe, as I said before, I couldn't remember in the last live, dupe for Tarte Shape Tape, basically. So I'm going to go in with my blender, which is clean as well. There's something satisfying, guys, when you've cleaned all your eyeshadow, your eye brushes and makeup brushes. I don't know what it is. The process is absolutely tedious, but it actually, in the end, it's worth it. Okay. You can probably see in the background, guys, I got this new pillow for my, it's like an orthopedic pillow, so it doesn't look like any of the rest of my bed linen there. For my neck, my head, it's just been really good ever since I got it. I was really having issues kind of with the pillows that I had. Okay, so that's just really to colour correct any redness. As you can see, I recently do have a lot of redness, particularly around my, if you look from beginning to end of lives or beginning to end of longer form content videos, I tend my redness in my chin area for some reason is definitely highlighted more than usual lately. So I'm not quite sure what that reason is. I haven't really changed my skincare or anything like that. I was trying to think about that. Nothing's really changed. So I'm trying to drink more water. I've got water here as well. It's a lot cooler here today, guys. We didn't get a thunderstorm, but it would have been nice if we did. But it is a lot cooler. I was out earlier because I had to go to the dentist. And the breeze was so nice walking there. Oh my goodness. It was lovely. So I feel a little bit more cooler today, but I am drinking water. I got my teeth done today, just a hygiene clean, and she said you're not allowed to eat or drink for the next 2 hours. You can have water, but you can have it through a straw. So that's what I've got my water here with my little yellow straw, guys. But I will be retesting those Essence foundation sticks on the live on Monday at 8 o'clock. So do take a look at that. And again, if that time doesn't seem to suit, I can always look at something else, but we'll keep going with that algorithm. Okay, so that's just the concealer foundation done. We are going to set that with a powder, and the powder we're going to use two. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel Transparent 001 for all over the face, and then just for the eyes, I'm going to be using the Revolution baking powder in Rose. But yeah, initially I'm really liking that, guys. I think I definitely got my colour match right. I'm not tanning at the moment, so this is me not tanning. Whereas if I think that deeper one, the 160, I think we could use that if we were self-tanning. So what we're going to do is just this. You can see I'm doing really good with this. So we're just going to get the same foundation brush and I'm just going to dip it in there. Freshly washed. Not for long, but I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know about you, but once they're done, it's just like a feeling of satisfaction, isn't it? But it's the process. My goodness, guys, the process of it all. Especially if you accumulate a lot of brushes. I only look at now what I have, and it's not even all I have on the desk. There's probably more somewhere. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's that. So that's just kind of, you can see it still hasn't taken away the sheerness. It doesn't look too matte, but it's definitely just going to set everything for us, basically. So now what I'm going to do is go under the eye, and this is with the Revolution Rose baking powder. It's really super travel friendly too. So just going to pop this in the lid. Okay, that. And that's what it looks like. And what I'm going to do is I had it to hand. Yes, I did. My little puff here. And I'm going to use my triangle puff. And we're just going to... But guys, who else hates the dentist? Like, really? And I don't hate them per se, but it's the whole process. It's when you're lying there and like they have your mouth open with that clenched kind of clencher, and then they've got like the fluoride going in, and they're, we're gonna have to use our lights. I really didn't want to have to use them with the trees that are over my house. They're really nice, but they block the sunlight, so I can see it's gone a bit darker. But yes, it's not the most comfortable process, but and I am hungry, so I'm keeping myself busy doing this, but I'm not allowed to eat for 2 hours, which is new to me. I've had hygiene cleans in the past. So yeah, we're on the first hour anyway. So brightening up a little bit more now, but I think I just prefer natural daylight. I have lots of kind of camera lights around here that I can easily put on if we need to, but I prefer not to. Okay, so that's kind of just everywhere. What I did is when I was finished under the eyes, I did kind of use the rest of that on the cotton pad just around the areas that my T-zone generally tends to lose moisture first. So that's that. Okay, so what we're going to do is go in with our bronzer, and we're going to be using the Glow Wish from Huda Beauty. I think I might put the lights on. We'll give it a few minutes, and if I need to, guys, I'll put the lights on. And this is what it looks like. Very like marble effect, like Laura Geller. And we're going to go in with our contour brush, which again is freshly clean. Here it is from Real Techniques. It's all clean, about to be used again. What I'm going to do quickly is just pop on the lights. Okay, lights are on, you guys. I think we just needed them on at that point during the day. So we're going to go in with the Glow Wish Huda Beauty bronzer, and I'm just going to take that at the top, moving my way all around, making my way down underneath the cheekbone, and we're not going to let that separate from the hairline, so we want to see a nice blend in the hairline. I have a third light, and if it needs to go on it does, but for now I think I'm okay. And Real Techniques brushes, guys, if you keep them really well, they stay really good for a long time. I mean, this brush, I must have it 6 years, and it's kept everything, its bristles. Once you kind of wash them and take care of them, guys, they're really, really good brushes. Okay, and we're just going to bring that around this side, making sure to go under the cheekbone, so I'm not going to take anywhere the blush is going to go, and bring that then down there like that. So we're just putting some colour back in, basically. Okay, what we're going to do is the blush, and then we're going to go on with the brows. The blush is going to be sticking with the Sheglam's birthday cake, and this is a really, really beautiful colour, guys. Sheglam are the makeup kind of section of Shein. If you haven't heard of them, they're like a website that do clothes, homeware, everything basically online, but their makeup section is called Sheglam. This is birthday cake. This is their blush, so we're just going to really tap twice. I'm not even going to go the third time like I did the last time. We're going to warm that up with our hands, and you can see, guys, if I go close, how quickly that colour kind of blends into the skin. So very quickly I'm going to go in with a clean brush, and we're just going to start to, before it gets too sticky with the heat, because it's still a little bit hot today, you can see, guys, there, if I turn, the kind of colour payoff you get from that tiny little dot is absolutely amazing. It's quite windy outside now. I definitely think we needed a thunderstorm, but we didn't get one. It's really hot here at the moment, guys, in the UK, and we don't get this heat. It's not normal for us. I think Ireland are getting it as well. It's just not normal kind of for us to get this, you know, high temperature. I mean, I looked last week about this week in terms of what the temperature is going to be, and it says for next Thursday it's going to be 27, which is crazy. So for us, that's a really high temperature. So again, I'm going kind of higher, as you can see. So I'm looking right central into the cheek area. And what we're going to do is just blend that out with the finger, so it gets a little bit tacky. And then I'm going to go in with the same brush, and we're just going to breathe that around very gently, not dragging the skin in any way. And that's kind of the result you get, guys. Now, you could certainly go a lot stronger if you wanted to, and there will be photos in natural lighting, but let me show you a swatch so you can see what it looks like. That's the strength there. Now you can go, some people do this, and I'm happy to show you guys how they do it. They kind of dot it right in the center of the, and they keep doing that. You can see how you intensify it. And this side, if I keep doing that, it just intensifies. But guys, a little goes a long way, which means it lasts you a long time. So for me, I think that's really nice. I'm happy with the kind of color in terms of the strength of that color. We're going to go in with the brows now. I'm going to be using the Sheglam brow pencil. This is in brown. But you can see, guys, it just gives a nice kind of blush to the skin. And I'm going for those really berry look at the minute in terms of blushes. So this is just the brush I'm going to use, and there's a little bit left in it. I'm getting what I can out of it. This is the Sheglam, and is there a name to it? It's just the liquid eyeliner eyebrow pencil. So we're just, I think I've got a little bit left in this, so I may as well use it before I go and get something else. And then this way, I love how it shapes them too, so it kind of brings them upwards naturally as well, which is great. So soon, guys, we're going to set this and then go in with that Sheglam Caring Cancer palette, which is kind of the star of the show today, I think, as well as the Essence foundation sticks. For lips, I'm going to be going in with the Revolution lip oil. I really like it, and I think for kind of the weather we're having at the minute, this is great. And it will probably, it's really tight on, but I will open it off camera and we'll put that on afterwards. So that's that. So guys, what we're going to do is set that quickly with the Revolution 60 Matte Fix, and this is their oil control fixing spray. So we're just going to give that a bit of a shake, and again there will be pictures in natural lighting in the post section afterwards. Give that a little bit of a dry, and now we're going to take a look at this beautiful palette. So basically they do all the star signs. So this is Caring Cancer. I'm an Aries, but I just loved these colors, guys. So do take a look on their website. This is in no way new. They have beautiful little writing here about each thing. I'll read it out to you. It says, so this is Caring Cancer. If you're a Cancer, this is, you're a softie, Caring Cancer. You wear your heart on your sleeve or your shell, but sometimes this can expose you to getting hurt. You may want to retreat, but the key to keeping balance is facing the world and expressing your emotions. And that's what it says in there. So for every star sign, guys, it has that, and it's really nice. But these colors in particular just drew me in. So you've got your reds, your pinks, your purples, and you've got these nice little shades that can go in the kind of crease of the eye. So really, really nice, gorgeous colors there. So that's what we're going to be working with today. So let me just grab some water, guys, because my goodness, is it hot. So it's cloudy, but and there's a breeze, but it's still hot, definitely. I forgot to put on my Makeup by Mario. I've just seen it. I do use it a lot in videos. You've probably seen it before. It's the Makeup by Mario Transforming Skin Enhancer. But sometimes I put that on usually after my foundation. But let's go ahead with this, guys. So these are the 3 ones I was sent. So yeah, if you haven't seen my posts, basically about 2 weeks ago, just to go back to the foundations before we go ahead with the eyes, I saw a YouTuber review new Essence foundation sticks. So I was kind of like, you know, there's so many foundation sticks out there at the minute. I just took a look at her video, and she said it was great. It was vegan. It kind of enhanced the look of the skin. It kind of took away all the redness and things like that. So I tried it in the UK. Essence, for me, I can't find it in Superdrug. I can't find it in Boots. I can't really find it anywhere. So I went on to, and I will pop the link or the look up now. Is it Now? Get Mine Now or something like that. It's some sort of now something website. Basically the essence of it all is that you can get things like Essence and Catrice, and like brands that you wouldn't get in the UK, but you pay packaging, which was fine. So I bought one, and they said okay, 48-hour postage, which is fine, and it didn't come for 10 days. So I actually went on to Trustpilot just to see what other people had said, and some people said I didn't get it, I never, you know, got a product, everything. So I'm kind of getting worried. So I contact them and they say, oh, it's in transit, but it had been in transit for 8-9 days, so I didn't know what that meant. So once I put my opinion on Trustpilot, the next day like 3 of them arrived, guys. So I don't know what happened. I really don't. But yes, so now I have 160, 90 and 150. So there you go. We will use them up at some point, but this is the foundation I'll be using on Monday on my lives at 8 o'clock. So we will do that. But this is what I would obviously do, guys, is I would go to the side of your face. If you're in the store, wherever it is, Walmart, Superdrug, anywhere, if there's a tester, which there always usually is for a foundation, particularly a new one, because you don't want to go and spend your money on something that's not going to suit your skin, go to the jaw and use the tester, obviously the one that you're allowed to use, and just put it, each colour, dab it, and start to blend them in. And the one that blends in the easiest and doesn't even look like it was there is your match, basically. So that's something I would advise. So let's go on to that eyeshadow. I'm going to take another drink. This is what we're going to be looking at today. So this is called Resilient, and we're going to be using that in the crease colour, just to kind of separate the two sections. I have hooded eyes, so I go slightly higher. So we're just going to grab some water. I'm sorry, guys, it's so warm. Even though it has cooled down, which I really appreciate, it's still quite warm. And I don't do well in the heat if it's not somewhere that it's prepared for air conditioning or anything, and we're not prepared for it over here. That's the thing, we're not prepared for it. And I think the government really should have learned, because during COVID, my God, was that a heat wave. And even before then, I think in 2015, we had a really big heat wave, and like no one's learned, not us as in, you know, but I mean the government, people that have power to change things, maybe to start putting like air conditioning units in houses. You know, I just, you know, it's something that I think they should focus on. I know there's so much more going on in the world right now. People don't need to be worrying about air conditioning, but it's when a country that's not used to so much heat gets heat, you start to really suffer. So that's what that looks like. I'll give you a quick swatch. So that's what we're going to use in the crease, just to kind of divide the two. Now I have, as I said before, slightly hooded eyes, so I bring it up slightly higher. But how beautiful is that colour, guys? It screams summer, doesn't it? I think to me it screams summer. Again, there will be pictures in a post section when this is up, and all my pictures are always taken in natural lighting. So that's what that looks like. It's just really beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful colour, guys. So even if we do end up going deeper, we've got like our, we have our marker basically where we want to go. So I'm going to go back in with that again. And we're going to go on the other side. And they're such blendable soft colours, guys. I mean, for such a, I think this must have cost me like maybe £4, but the colours blend so well. There's little fallout, if any, and they stay. That's the other thing, is does it stay? They stay for a very long time, which I love. We're just gonna go in, and obviously it's hard to miss this big screaming red, isn't it? It's hard to miss it. I'm not sure if I'll use it today, but I just want to say it. There are other colours here. Certainly look at this red, guys. It's gorgeous. But you can see you do get a beautiful, beautiful kind of mix of spring summer colours here. You can go in then with that deep plum if you want to. I don't think I'll do that today as such, but we may go in another time with that. So again, guys, it's even coming up stronger off screen than it is on screen. So we're going to go in again the other side and just really make sure, because I've got slightly hooded eyes, that I'm bringing that up a little bit further than usual. And that's kind of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go in to the inner corner with this purple color, and this is in Imagination. So I'm going to swatch it for you. So that's Imagination, and that's super, super pigmented. So any pigment or shimmer, I tend to go in with my fingers. I don't use a brush, and that's Imagination. So we're really bringing that halfway across. But look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Not sure if it's going to be multi-tonal because I haven't tested that yet, but we will see. So you can slightly see a goldish when it turns, but it's a beautiful color, guys. A beautiful, beautiful color. So that's kind of what you're working with. I want the brightness to be more towards the inner corner of the eye, and the darker red can then go on the outside, because anything inside that's bright is going to make your eyes pop, whereas if it's very dark and it's right in there, it's going to just kind of draw them down a bit, and we don't want that. So again, loving this purple. So do take a look, and they have a whole kind of star sign series kind of section on it. So they do Aries, they do all the star signs. For me, the Caring Cancer was just really beautiful. I love the colours. The red is what got me as well, but I'm loving that colour. So that's kind of the purple and the pink done. We are going to go then on the outer corner with this red, and this is called Charm, and I'm going to be using my little finger for that to place it. That's what Charm looks like. It's absolutely, it's fire truck red. And all I'm doing, guys, is placing it literally where I haven't placed the pink, and you can see how strong that is, guys. And look how much it didn't fall out. There was no fallout. So for a, you know, a palette like this to have no fallout, to have such a good, you know, I would say price, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it was only about £4. And again, if these aren't your colors, they have a whole star sign range, so do take a look. I mean, I'm an Aries, but I think the Aries were like yellows and greens, and I like yellows and greens, but I would be more drawn to something like this. So I got the Caring Cancer palette, but they have really nice. So all I'm doing is just dotting that on, guys. What we're going to do then is start to blend, and we're going to blend it a little bit above, so we get a little bit of a hint of that red in with the pink. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to get a clean blender brush. This is the DJS Beauty Pro, and I got that as a gift when I got the Big Bertha. So we're just going to start to move that up and around, and then you're getting that deepness. But this is perfect for summer, guys. Oh my goodness. And that's kind of what that looks like. So the harshness has gone, guys. We've basically just taken that harsh lines away and added a little bit of redness, because we've brought that red up above the brow, or above the eye socket. So that's kind of the look you get, guys. Really fresh, spring-like. Definitely summer as well, so not just spring. And that's the look. What I'll do is I'll pop on mascara and come back. So guys, that's the finished look with about 3 coats of the NARS Climax mascara. Again, I do have an aversion to false lashes. If you don't, definitely go for them because it would just make the look. What I'm finishing it off with is the Revolution, and this is the Pout Lip Oil, Hydrating Lip Oil. But honestly guys, that deeper purple colour is in there too, so if you wanted you know, to go a bit deeper, I love the red and the pink. I think they're gorgeous. And something like this kind of look is perfect for summer, or if you just love that red eye look. I will put pictures up in the post. So that's kind of the finished look. I just love the reds, guys. So let's have a look at the palette again. And again, do take a look if you want a different color palette, because they do all the obviously star signs. So this is Caring Cancer, and this is what it looks like. And we did read out what it said, which was quite sweet. And then you have your named colors there. So we've gone in today with, we have used Imagination, we have used Resilience, and we have used Charm, these 3 here. And they've just been great, guys, and I think it's a beautiful kind of evening out look. I would certainly wear it out. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Again, photos will be in the post section. Again, please do check out my lives on a Monday at 8 PM UK time. I'll see you guys soon, and thank you for watching.